It's the old fella back, or if you're new here, old Mr. B, whatever you want to call me. Um, Chat with Ryan Mear. Been after trying to do this for a long time. Great. It's just a chat, general chat about different bits and bobs and all sorts. This is what this one's all about. Anyway, I'm going to shut up rabbiting, but there'll be information about him down below, a link to his channel and everything else, so you can go and check out what he's done. He's done all sorts. Plus, he does reactions and his own music as well, and covers and all sorts. Anyway, enough for me. Over to the chat we go. Well, it's the old fella back, and with me today, the one and only Ryan Mear.
Good day. That's the best way to put it. We decided.
Yeah, good day. Yeah, good day there.
It's earlier than usual for me, and it's a good normal time for you, huh?
There's no normal time for me.
Yeah, I kind of feel you on that one.
Yeah, because of time differences all around the world, and that. Fortunately, I did a chat with somebody from this country, which was novelty.
That had to be different, huh?
Yeah, I didn't have to slow down talking. No, that's the problem with when you're talking to the Japanese people that can speak English. Have you noticed most of the interviewers are speaking at the normal speed, the speak out, and of course, I'm sitting there going, slow down. They'll understand you.
Yeah, that's what I noticed on a couple, like when Bandmate played Aftershock, and they had an interview right after the show, and the guy was just talking like normal, and he would say, multiple topics in each question. It's like
Oh no,
the interpreter's got to dissect all that and put it in a way they can understand.
Yeah, I think I reacted to that, and I'm sitting here going, slow down.
Yeah.
They did it with Love Bites as well.
Oh yeah.
Got two of them there, and it's like, oh no, you fool. Got no idea, have they? And these are supposed to be professionals. Yeah. Aren't they? Oh well. But yeah, the reason I want to touch it is like your collection of guitars, right?
Yeah, my son and I just kind of counted them yesterday.
Yeah, go on, go for it.
There's a lot. I don't think I have an exact number, but he goes, "You have 24 guitars." I'm like, I got more than that. He goes, "No, I just counted them." I said, "Count them again." He counts through. He's like, "Oh, 25." I said, "There's 3 in those cases. There's 3 more downstairs, and there's a couple in the closet."
I'm glad you said that. Makes my 13 look small. That's okay.
Yeah, 13's it's a good collection, man. I'm starting to get better guitars now than I have a big volume of guitars because there's a lot of cheap guitars, which I do like. I do like cheap guitars because you can make them sound good.
Well, the last one I brought, should I say this on here? I don't care. I call it government funded.
Yeah.
Well, because of all the problems going off, and because I'm retired, whatever, and they sort of gave us some money, like £150.
Yeah.
So I thought, I brought a guitar for £149 from Tormund, Harley Benton.
Yeah, those I don't have one, but I've seen many shows about them. How really nice they are.
It's as good as my expensive ones.
Yeah. What'd you get? Like a LP style or what?
Telly style. It's that red one. Do you know my intro?
Yeah.
Well, although it's in black and white, it's that one.
Nice.
And honest, I couldn't believe it. I thought when I got it, because the first thing you do is you're going down, get the frets. Oh,
yeah.
Well, they're all right. That was it. It's blooming great. And I thought, well, now for that price, how do they do it?
Volume and where it's made.
What I found out is they actually designed them, not the company. It's probably made in China, but they actually do design them and do the thing, and then they just get them done. And I'm looking at the chrome work, because anything in China, the chrome work's always dodgy.
Right.
It always discolors, goes off very quickly. Unlike Fender or Gibson, the chrome work. Well, you don't call it chrome, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Oh, sure.
Okay,
it's not
all right.
chromominium like you do with aluminum.
Yeah, aluminium,
Aluminium.
Sidewalk and pavement, Caribbean,
Right.
Caribbean, yeah.
Yeah.
Because somebody said to me, I said, yeah, I speak about 5 languages. Said, what's that? I says English, American, Canadian, Australian.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, because you've got a CNL, is it CNL into the GNL? Sorry,
yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that, and you were the one I reacted to of yours. You were playing a Epiphone.
Oh, yep.
I
Yeah,
thought, hey, he's got an Epiphone with like a Bigsby on it.
yeah, and that was $100, and I can grab it. I think I can reach it. I got it put like in the back corner.
Yeah.
It was like $100 guitar I got just because I wanted that style, but I'll never buy a Gibson. And it's basically just a slab. I mean, there's no arch to it or anything.
Yeah.
And I put chrome surrounds on the humbuckers. I got super cheap from somewhere. Then I got the knockoff Bigsby trim and put on there, and it actually works. And
Yeah.
even the pick guard on that was off of a Washburn Idol. You know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That guitar. Somebody bought one of those and they made a little pick guard and put on an LP style pick guard and stuck on there. So I took it off of that and put it on this Epiphone LP guitar. So it looks good.
Yeah. But
thing plays great though.
I know this is the thing is, if you've got a cheap guitar and you mod it, as long as the action and everything else and all the rest of it's fine, you get they're great, aren't they?
Yeah. And I don't know, man. There's playability that you pay for, but that guitar plays just as well as, I mean, honestly, it plays just as well as I can't say that, not as well as my Paul Reed Smith, but pretty damn close for the price difference. You know, it's got stock pickups in it, but if you're using enough distortion, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. What's your go-to guitar?
It's a fight between, well, right now between my Toronado and the PRS, but it's the PRS and my Telly.
Yeah, because I'm not a Strat fan. I don't know why, but I've always been into Tellys. I've always liked Tellys. Obviously, Gibsons as well.
Yeah,
got a few of them.
I could never. They're just so expensive. I haven't found one that that felt comfortable in my just playing it. It's always just uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, it's always the neck, what they do with the necks and things like that. And I just like them. I got a flipping really expensive one, but when they were selling it for half price, I thought, hey,
yeah,
why? Is it because it's pink or whatever? I don't care. I'm going to get it. So I got it. Next day, they're all sold out.
Wow.
So I timed that right. You know, normally I'll think about it.
Yeah.
And you miss it. I didn't. So I got it. I got it by now, paid 12 months later. So I thought that'll do.
Yeah. Well, the thing about a Gibson is that's an investment. I mean, no matter what price point you buy it at, it's an investment. They're not gonna go down in value. Cheap guitars are not going to go up in value.
Yeah,
but Gibsons, you know, they're going to be worth more than you paid for them.
Yeah, well, I brought it just when the new CEO took over, right? And this one had the auto tune on it originally. So when
I drank my coffee wrong.
When I got it, it wasn't there.
The auto tune?
First thing he did, he took them off. No, get that off.
Oh yeah.
And so it's got locking tuners instead, which is good. It's the HP. It does all sorts. You've got dip switches in the back, and I'm thinking, do I really need all this?
Yeah, I never. I went to Sweetwater a few weeks ago. Excuse me. I went to Sweetwater a few weeks ago, and I have a sister-in-law that lives over there. So when we go over there, I'm like, hey, let's go to Sweetwater. And I go into the guitar room. I'm like, there's a few guitars I'd seen I wanted to try out in person. And I was like, I'll play. I haven't played a Gibson for about 25 years. I'll pick up a Les Paul. Maybe it'll just sing to me, you know? I hold it. I'm like, yeah, no.
That's
it. I don't know what it is. Like the body, just how it feels on my arm when I'm playing there and at rest. I'm just so used to the contours of a Strat.
Yeah.
But yeah, to each their own, man.
Yeah, I know. I've got one with the auto tuner on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it
The
horrible?
guitar's great. Right.
Yeah.
It really is nice. But the blooming auto tuner used to, and it's always, the tuning's always just a bit too high. It's just out, and I'm thinking, I thought, well, I know it's German technology, but it's just not. I had a SG with that on. I don't have that anymore.
So they don't really work then. It wasn't just people freaking out because of the technology. They just didn't work.
No, it's just not right. And I'm thinking, oh, well, I will change it eventually. You can obviously tune it by hand, but the thing is, when you're tuning it like that way, you've got to turn the bottom ones the same way, so it's totally opposite to what you're used to doing.
Oh, okay.
It's really weird, and it's like very. Oh, it's really. I can't really explain it. It's not smooth. It's like tick tick tick. It's like careful. You know. So, but the guitar is great. I don't think it was that expensive, and I'm thinking, I can't remember what model it is. It's like more traditional type, and it's a satin finish, and it's like, I thought, and the neck and everything, it's just right. And I just thought, oh.
I think if I was ever to get one, I'd probably get an SG because they're a lot more comfortable. Yeah, they're not as heavy. They got a little bit of a bevel to them. It's just a lot more comfortable to play. I love those guitars.
Yeah, I've got Schecters and things. I've got me V, which no one seems to like.
I've had
purple one.
Purple one. I haven't seen it.
No, it's all right. I can get that. See, I don't have pictures on the wall. I have guitars.
Oh, is that the DBZ? No,
this is Tanglewood.
Wow, that's a wicked looking beast.
And someone says, because it's got these in. No, I said, yeah, it's great. It says, why? It sits on your knee. It doesn't fall off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just sit on my knee. Yep. There we go. But they don't make them anymore. But, you know, Tanglewood are known for making acoustic guitars.
Wow.
Right. And the reason they got this cheap, if you like, because here it's called a Warlord and it said Warlord.
Really?
So
they spelled it wrong?
Changing the cover, they dropped the price.
It's us on the plastic cover, it's wrong?
Yeah, so I just turned the plastic cover around.
There you go.
Nice. But yeah, it's an interesting guitar. It's got no tone control. It's just got a volume.
Okay.
Obviously. But, you know, I got it and I thought, well, okay. I mean, it could be worth more than what I'll pay for it now.
Maybe.
They made this one and a red one.
I'll show you the one I got.
Let me put this back.
So this one. This is my dad made this for me.
Yes.
And it used to have a finish on it that was like granite rock. It was textured like rock. And I loved that for a long time because I was a teenager when he made it. And then when I got a little older, I'm like, well, I don't really like that so much. So we stripped it, stained it. And that's why it's got this thing here. It'll sit on my leg. It looks cool, and it'd sit on my leg. But now I'm bigger. My hand doesn't really fit in there to play.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, it's got carving before Kiesel. It was carving for years and years, and it's got carving a carving neck and carving electronics. And I bought a G&L and put in the neck there. But it's got grounding issues that I'm a horrible soldering artist. I can't get it sound clean.
Here's a Gibson for you.
Well, that's different. That's like a Blues Hawk style body, huh? What is that?
This is the Nighthawk.
Nighthawk, okay.
Right, but this is the studio version because the other one's got 3 pickups. Right, I have got an Epiphone equivalent, which is now called a Shitehawk.
Oh, Shitehawk.
Because it's got a problem with the neck just here. I've got to get some heat on it and get it, because it doesn't matter what you do with the truss rod, the strings are always going to be miles away or buzzing like you won't believe.
Oh, wow.
But
so is that a little bit lighter? It's a little bit smaller body, right, than a regular Les Paul?
it's dead light. Dead light. I mean, this is what, 2011.
Okay. The normal ones have like a an angled pickup in the middle, right?
Yes, that's right. It's the angle pickup here, and single coil there, and the more the well, I don't know what you call that one, but it's wider. So I'm looking at the other one because they're all hanging on the wall.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So cool. I mean this.
See, that looks like it'd probably be pretty comfortable to play, to hold.
They are. It's got the.
It's got the belly cut. You need that. I need that.
Yeah, you do when you get older. But also coil tap.
Coil tap, nice.
Yeah, it's just got the 3-way switch. It is a nice guitar. But yeah, that's just. I mean, I've had that one. It's got damage on it. That's not me. That was my sister.
Ooh.
Okay, we'll go. Bang! I goes, what are you doing? What are you...
No.
How much that cost? Stop making them. So I inquired about buying one, right?
Yeah.
And it says, it'll end up costing you about $4,000. I thought, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I think these were about 800 originally.
Wow, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
For a new Gibson.
Yeah, because this is the studio. Obviously, when you get the one with all the other pickups in, it's about 1,000. It was about 1,200, something like
that. That's within reason, I guess. I've spent as much.
Yeah, but it's nice. Obviously, everything about it's good. Bit of buckle rash. I don't know how it gets that. I can always cover my buckle up.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah, but
what was so was there any guitars you bought that were surprising to you after you kind of got them and played with them? Like how good it was, or you kind of always knew what you were getting?
Well, I think the surprising one was me Line 6 Variax.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've wanted one of those. I just thought it'd be cool.
Because, if you've got an internet cable, you plug it in one end, the other end goes into your Helix.
Okay.
And it does all weird stuff. It can sound like a banjo or whatever, and that. Yeah, that surprised me.
Sounds really, really good, or what?
Yeah, the quality of it. It's made in Korea.
Okay.
And when I got it, and apparently it said it was designed by some luthier. Obviously it was, and it's just great. It's just one of them, isn't it? You pick it up, get the neck. First thing you know is the neck. And I thought, wow. On me old, I'm trying to think now. On me intro before where you couldn't see me head. It started off with the bass. I know one of my Les Pauls was on there, and I think it was on there.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 guitars. I was just messing about. I mean, I'm no flipping musician. I'm self-taught.
Yeah.
Right. I'm as stubborn as they come. So don't try and tell me how to do this because I won't do it. I'll do it my way. I am really, really like that. And I don't want to sound like anybody else. So I don't want to do covers.
Yeah.
It's just me. I thought, no, I'll just do. So I'm self-taught. A lot of stuff I do is in drop D anyway, just to make it easier because I had carpal tunnel. I had to have the operation.
Yeah.
That's when I invented a new way of shredding.
Yeah.
Well, when I slid my finger down because I couldn't feel my fingers, there's just skin coming off it. So I'm gripping, I can't feel a thing. And I went, damn. I thought, oh, that's not supposed to happen.
That's not right. It's pretty metal, but that's not right.
Yeah. But so when I got, because I could only play for about 15 minutes and that was it, gone. Anyway, I got it done and I had it in this hand as well, but this hand could wait. That one wasn't, but that's gone now.
Oh, wow.
That because it was because of the job I was doing.
Oh, okay.
I was always picking things up. Well, I used to operate a guillotine, chopping paper up from A1 down to A4 or whatever on a huge guillotine. And of course, you're just doing that all the time. And And
my dad worked at a print shop for many years, and they had one of the big old ones like that big guillotine chopper that would chop your stacks of paper. Shunk.
yeah.
Don't put your hand in there. Okay.
And then, what have I done now? Then I've been on fork trucks. Oh, amazing! Some of the fork trucks I've driven. I mean, I've gone up. You know, the ones that you go up with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is the joke because I was operating one. I ended up in IT. All my life,
forklifts.
Yeah, forklifts and stuff, and that ended up in IT. And but me being me, you know, these hand scanners you get,
yeah,
to cost things or whatever. Bleep bleep. Mm-hmm. They wear out. They got a whole box of them. I said, "What's all of them? They don't work." You know, they're £1,000 each. Like, well, do you mind if I look at them? No. Anyway, I repaired 23 of them.
Wow.
Got them working. And then my job in IT changed to, you had to go to fixing printers.
So you're driving forklift and you fix those things and they pulled you into something else, or
no? The reason I got into that, someone says to me, "You build your own computers, don't you?" I went, "Yeah." "Why don't you apply for that job?" So I did, and I didn't think I'd get it, but I did. Oh, nice. So and things just went like that.
Well, that's good.
Then the Germans took over and made me redundant.
Oh,
but I was past retirement age anyway. That's how all this started, because I thought, well, you know. So, and then of course, just after that, COVID hit.
Wow. Then you had plenty of time to
sort out this gig, huh? Sit around doing nothing.
Yeah.
But it's like with guitars. Yeah. I mean, you know, I don't hang pictures on the wall. I hang guitars up, but I just like them.
And they're nice to look at, man. I got I got 3 that hang up downstairs in the living room, and I kind of rotate them out. But you know, they're nice looking guitars, and every once in a while, my wife notices when I change one. Yeah. I tested her one time. I bought a guitar and I didn't tell her, and I hung it up downstairs, and it was down there for about a week. And she looks at it, she's like, "Is that the normal one that's been there?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's been there for a while." "No, it's not. You fucking bought another guitar."
Yeah. I mean, that's where I'm lucky. I don't have to tell myself off.
It gets settled pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you've got a bass as well, haven't you? Or how many bass guitars?
4. 4? 4, 5. 4 or 5.
All 4-string or 5 or 6? Or...
Nope, I got a Squire 6 or 5. Got the Squire 5.
Nice. You got some dodgy sticker on that, though, I noticed.
Yeah, I took the value of that way down. I love this one. My little Ibanez Talman.
Yeah.
It's got a short scale on it. Super easy to play.
Right. I've only got one 5-string.
Then there's this beast. It's an active pickup 6-string, but it's a Rogue, and it was like $300 new 20 some years ago. But in the pickups, the middle strings are like dead, so I can't even use it.
Oh, mine's a reissue of a Toby, which Epiphone did, with active pickups, 5-string.
Nice.
And I did have a 4-string before. That's some weird thing, but this was just so much better.
Yeah.
So much better. It's that red one you see probably on the start somewhere of one of my intros. Mm-hmm. And I thought, I like this. Yeah, it's got no dots in it. In the inlays. And I thought, oh, that's me done then. But I was surprised it doesn't.
But it's still got them on the side of the neck, yeah.
Yeah, it's got them there, but I just seem to know where to go. I thought, you jammy devil, when I was playing something, because you know, it's one of them, isn't it? I mean, Like I said, I'm no musician, but I do know a bum note when I hear one.
Right. I bought a left-handed Strat. I was working at a music store in South Bend, Indiana, and they had a left-handed Strat in there for fairly cheap. It was a Mexico Strat. But at the time, they weren't as pricey as they are now. And I'm like, oh, cool, just be like Hendrix. So I bought this left-handed Strat, and I was gonna restring it right-handed. And a friend of mine is like, "Well, yeah, good luck playing it live." I go, "Why?" He says the dots are on the wrong side of the neck. I'm like, "They still got them on the front of it, you know." Then I went to like an open jam and I tried to play it because I was playing it sitting down, where you can look right at the neck. Well, I stood up and I didn't know where the hell I was because there wasn't any dots on the side of the neck. I'm like, I didn't really realize I used those dots so much.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like lost. It's like shit. So I had to go put dots on it.
It makes me laugh. I was playing something, and then I realised I wasn't looking. Then it all went wrong.
Yeah, sometimes I can look away, but
But
I look right at it when I'm playing.
but I see what I like about you is your singing voice as well. The depth
Thank
to
you.
it. It is. It really works. You know, with what you do. I mean, I've
Thank you.
listened to Wave singing, but hasn't got the depth you've got. You know,
Yeah,
it.
thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I fairly recently I kind of really got a handle on how to use my voice. I was always like pushing it like at the limit, you know, for a long time and whatever I was
Yeah,
singing. And then I finally kind of found, I guess, probably learned how to sing properly. Not, I was working on a song that I wanted a different sound. There's actually a song Betsy Becker that I have, and like my way I usually sing wasn't working for it. It's too rough. I
mm,
wanted a smoother kind of sound, so I kind of just figured out how to push with a little more power through it without shredding out my vocals.
yeah,
I was like, oh, that's what it's supposed to sound like. And yeah, it started. It was after that people started commenting on my singing as opposed to my guitar playing. I was like, oh, okay, cool, man.
nothing wrong with your guitar playing.
I'll take that.
I seen you with that new one testing it out. I thought, oh, we can't go that fast.
It's all legato. If you get real good at hammer-ons and pull-offs, you can go real fast. This end just kind of hangs around, and this one does
Yeah,
all the work.
yeah.
I,
Because I mean, I watched some really good guitars. I thought they're not even using the little finger.
yeah,
Yeah, they amaze me. Some of them, but
I
I
use mine
thought,
more than I thought. After I realized like, a couple things I do, I use it. But like people like Zach Wild, they pick every note they pick. I can't. I've tried to get that way, but I can't. My right hand's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck you, no.
Well, that's me. I don't. I've decided not to watch anybody else because it's just going to do me head in. I'm just going to carry on doing it my way.
There you
I
go.
am working on other stuff all the time that I do, but
Yeah,
I'm you see, get a good hook, right? Okay, I can
hmm
do that. That's no problem. But then that's as far as it's going to go because to complete it for 3 minutes, whatever.
yeah, yeah. It's the thing about when you go. I don't know how many songs I've started, and then when you got to finish it, and then it's like, oh, you like so you got to you go beyond that initial thing that's like, oh, this could be a good first song, and then it's like, well, I got to figure out the rest of it too.
Oh,
It's not
I
as fun
know.
as just playing that riff.
What I do is I'll put something in, then put something else in, and thinking, well, okay, let's see if we can keep it like a jigsaw and fit something in between so it flows in.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, and I noticed you use Reaper.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. There's a little local venue here, and the guy that runs sound for that, he's a great sound engineer, and he just told me to use that. He's like, there's no reason not to. It's a great system, and
yeah,
it's
that's what
free.
I use. I've got well, I got Presonus. I got that one free. There's
Yeah,
hmm. No, I'm not
yeah.
stuck on that.
I still sometimes I bounce into Audio Tonic just because there's some elements of that I like. It's simple to use just for some compression and stuff. But
Mm.
Mostly out of Reaper.
Well, the thing is with Reaper as well, because I've got a Mac, I use the Mac to record it on it. It nicks or whatever they've got. Their samples and things, you can use them in it. So I thought, oh, fine.
Oh yeah.
Although I fell out with that thing, it's too slow for my liking. Because I built my own, you see. I built this. Of course, this thing's like ballistic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, the Mac, they did that silly update with it and it just slowed it all down. And so, yeah, you get used to using one computer. It's like, oh, come on, faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, is that what you use? Do you use PC or a Mac?
It's PC. And
yeah.
I'm pretty surprisingly illiterate. I know enough to get around, and there's you and there's another guy in my Discord. He's a little older than me, and he knows his way around it better than I do. I'm like, I don't know, man. I've tried upgrading things here and there, and I end up just screwing it up. So I just kind of don't.
Yeah, because somebody asked me once, why'd you build your own computer? I says, well, you go and buy one from the shop. You got 12 months guarantee, haven't you? So I says, yeah. You buy the components, it works out cheaper to start with to do it, right? And you've got like 2 years on some things, 3 years on another warranty. So I said,
okay.
So if a component packs up, you can still get it replaced.
Right.
I mean, I had a hard drive catch fire a while back, right? The voltage regulator decided I've had enough of this, and the smoke pouring out of it. Anyway, when that's gone, and I've lost 2 years worth of my music.
Oh man, wow.
Yeah, so now things get backed up differently.
Yep, I got a nice external, like 6 terabyte thing I'll never fill up. And I forgot when I remember to like back up everything, I need to do that again actually.
Yeah.
All my videos, but
I've got a 4 terabyte here. It's filling up quite quick because like all my reactions.
Yeah.
They're going on there at the moment because of 2 copyright strikes. Get one more. I've had it.
You got them all. I was wondering, you got them all backed up now?
Well, not all of them. Not all, because I've got over 2,500. So
it's quite a few. Yeah.
But it's fun. But it's fun what I'm doing. It's just fun. Yeah. I'm doing it for fun. And obviously you're working. I'm not. I'm retarded or retired, whichever way you look at it. And so that's why I do 3 a day.
Yeah.
I do like yesterday. Who was it? Mear put one up, so I thought I'll react to that. Anyway, 6 later, I thought you're only going to do the one. And I put them all up and I schedule them, so then I get time to do other things. You see,
right?
Yeah, but it's all fun.
Good.
It's all good fun. And I mean, it's like what the way you do it. It's it's great. I'm not. I'll save some things for when I'm engaging guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Alan's gonna hate me.
That's okay. I'm for it. Whatever you're gonna do.
But I thought it's like going on there. Yeah, I was going to do it ages ago, but then I thought, I've changed my mind because I'm not a musician. I know people go, I'm not. I can't read music. I don't, and
I don't read music either.
Well, yeah, but you probably know all the notes on your neck. I just play. I use patterns.
I know what the notes are, but I still have to look at it when someone's like, "Hey, are you on whatever?" I'm like, I know this is G, so that means this is G." And
I know patterns.
I'm pretty pattern based when I play too. Yeah, actually.
And I thought that's what I do. And I mean, I was practicing. What was I trying to do? I was trying to play at 180 speed. Yeah. I mean, 150 is probably my limit. What's Konami? 200 and something.
Yeah, 220 far.
I'd be like,
It'd be over and you're still trying to get to the end of the first measure. What the hell happened?
Yeah.
I do my blue stuff and it's like 91 BPM.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 I can cope with that. I can cope with that. Yeah.
Nice,
No,
relaxing.
but you've got that voice for it, you see.
Yeah.
You know, like Wave to me is more of got a pop voice.
Yeah.
If he sees this, he'll go, well, but I mean, it's like, have you seen the joke about growling?
What?
Well, back in 1980s, I was growling before it even started.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I can talk like that. You know, not a problem.
Inward singing.
So there's a thing I've said to Wave, I'll put a short up for him so he can use it.
Yeah.
Because the joke was, what key do you want it? So I don't mind. I thought, well, I haven't got a clue what key I'm in anyway. So, but I can do it. I've always been able to do it. You know, but you see, they don't actually, because a lot of the time you can't understand them because they're just going, right?
Right.
And they can't actually talk like it, which I can talk. I can talk in that voice. And it's just fun. Just so I don't know how I started doing it or why. It's the same as when you have silly voice. I've got silly voices that I use.
Yeah. You're breathing inward when you do that, right? It sounds like, are you?
I think so. Yeah, I think I am.
And I can do that too. And it was just like a weird thing I did when I was a kid. And then I had a friend who went and saw Lamb of God. I don't know if you know that band. Pretty heavy band from Florida. And I mean pretty big in you know, thrash and stuff. But he talked to the singer afterward and he's like, I gotta ask, man, how do you do that? And he did the same thing you did. And the kid, he's like, what? I didn't know that's how you did that. And yeah, the dude just went off like that. So yeah, you were doing it before. It was cool, man.
Well, I mean, because one day when I was working, I had a bit of a joke, and I said, "I'll talk like it all day if you like," and I did. Because it doesn't hurt. It's no strain on your voice or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's the same. I used to play tricks on my friends. I phone one up. Oh, hello, it's the waterboard. You know, and tell him you're going to cut the water off. Then I went round to him because what are you doing? Fill him the bath up. He says they're cutting the water off. I went, oh, is that right? You. And I've always been messing with voices and things, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why someone said about singing. I said, I can't sing. I said, well, because I don't know what voice is going to happen. Because I tried singing and it like I sang something the second time. I thought, that's different to the first time. It's not the same.
You know, well, I've been impersonating people for like a long time because I love watching Looney Tunes. All right, and then I saw that one of the times I saw that Mel Blanc did like all the voices. I'm like, one guy did all those voices, so I started working on voices, and really that might be why my voice is the way it is. I don't know, because I really worked at hitting a lot of different voices, like trying to do whatever voices I could, imitating people and whatever.
Yeah.
So it became kind of elastic. I don't know if that's like, stretching out your muscles the same way. And plus when I was singing, I was always kind of shredding it and like drinking and smoking. So I probably contributed a bit to the sound of it. But I've done it sometimes where I go to sing and I can, I got to like pick which way to do it. And I didn't know if other people kind of had that problem.
Yeah, well,
they just had a singing voice, or if it's like, well, you can do it your head voice, your chest, or a little rough, a little smooth. And it was,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can sing deeper if I wanted to and talk deeper, but I mean, it's not me.
Right.
But it's all right, like talking like that. I mean, a lot of the vocalists, you hear them speak, and then how they sing is totally different.
Yeah, yeah. And even me, when I'm sure people when they met me on tour, like, well, your voice isn't good. When I'm talking to somebody on the street, you got to talk louder. And like here, I'm very calm and chill. It's nice and low tone voice. When I got to talk louder outside, it's not quite the same,
Yeah.
It's somebody I was I was at this little like writers circle at the Wild Rose Moon in town. It's a little nonprofit art music venue. And I was just talking to there's like a couple girls and the other couple guys, they were younger. And I sang a song and then uh I was talking about it. And then one girl kind of laughed. She goes, "Your voice." I was like, I was gonna say, thanks. She's like, "No, you sound just like Tom Hanks." I go, "What?" Like, "No, you sound like Tom Hanks." Like, "I don't sound like Tom Hanks." I'm like, "Oh my god, I sound like Tom Hanks." And then I couldn't stop. I'm like, "Am I imitating Tom Hanks or do I just sound like Tom Hanks?" It's funny. Come on, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's like I mean, you've been playing for how long now? How many years?
Since '92. Oh,
92.
so I guess I hit the old 30. No,
Well, I
what is it?
stopped for about 20 years.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, right. In the 70s, I was in a band, right? And I said to him, we're doing like Deep Purple, Thin Lizzy, that sort of thing,
Mhm.
and that status quo. And I says, can't we do some of our own stuff? And they went,
Yeah.
yeah. I says, come on, come on. And then one of them says, oh, we're going to do some Beatles covers. Bye bye. I'm
Oh
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not a Beatles fan, huh?
No, the great songwriters and everything else, but I think they called me a punk rocker before it was invented because I was always, come on, let's go. I always wanted to, and that, and then they're going, oh. So anyway, I says, no, that's it. I've had enough. I'm not doing this. It's, it wasn't for me. And of course, then what happens is the drummer and the bass player. It's always the drummer and the bass player, isn't it?
Yeah.
They sort of had another band. I'm trying to think what they were called now. Me and Nate, Breadline. I know they made an album, but it was always old bluesy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, really old. I thought, oh dear, that's not for me because they're all into that. I mean, I was actually into sort of like if you know T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was into that. Seen him
Okay.
live a few times. Well, fortunately, because amplification had moved on since the Beatles, you could actually hear him playing amongst all the girls wetting themselves and screaming.
Right.
I've seen Thin Lizzy live a few times as well. You know,
Nice.
um, AC/DC was the original singer.
Huh? You were the original singer for AC/DC?
No, I said that's when I saw them with the original singer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
Bon Scott.
thought we had a big breaking news here.
No, me singing for
Wow.
yeah.
Everybody
Highway
else
to
know about
hell.
Who else knows about this?
I mean, I'll be going highway to hell.
That's cool. So you
one day,
saw
one
Bon
day I'll
Scott live.
grow up. One day I'll grow up. I don't know when, but
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I mean,
It's overrated.
it is. I mean, it's like getting old. The brain says one thing and the body goes, no way.
You can try it if you want.
But it's fun. It's fun doing it. I mean, it's like a lot what you do. And what I like about you, you've got this really laid back attitude, which is great. You don't often see that.
Yeah, I don't. It works. I don't know
No,
what to say.
but I like things like that. I mean, people are like laid back, and you're thinking nothing's going to bother him.
Yeah, I get bothered, but it's usually some work related stuff like that, or you know just normal shit. But I don't know, man. I didn't. I mean, I guess if you as I was watching, reaction videos and stuff before, and I liked the people that were just more chill and kind of weren't trying to impress anybody, just kind of talking about how they felt. And so I kind of approached them like I'm not gonna beg for fucking likes and smashing buttons and whatnot and trying to do some goofy ass intro or whatever.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
talk about stuff.
I know what you mean. I've seen it. You can see it on the thumbnails, can't you? The
Yeah.
person's bigger than the band.
Yeah. Yeah. The little
I'm
tiny.
always smaller than the band because it's the band I'm promoting. It's not me.
Right.
And I mean, and I'm actually quite well known in Japan, as I keep finding out.
Yeah, I mean, we're both, we're big in Japan, just not not around here.
I think Flow was the funniest. They got a live stream, and I just popped in and went hello, and they're reading down. What in Japanese?
Oh yeah.
One goes through. What? Hey, Mr. B, and all waving at me.
Oh, they recognize. That's cool.
It is. It's humbling when you get that. I mean,
that's cool.
And the amount of them on Twitter that send me likes and things.
Yeah.
I won't say who they all are. I'll save that for when I'm on the other thing.
The other thing. Yeah. Not mention them here.
When I'm on the GGs. Come on, boys.
Let's go.
Well, yeah, because otherwise, if I talk about all that, they'll be good. What you got to say? Not a lot, really. I've already.
This guy already knows everything.
Yeah, but there's some great bands. As you probably know, I'm all for finding new bands and things.
Yeah,
and I've found some interesting ones as well.
That's what kind of ended up with me was I didn't really have a plan or whatever, and the whole Japanese aspect of it was completely by accident. As I started out, I threw up some Metallica videos just for something to start with, something I was familiar with, and they didn't do very well. And then somebody suggested Nightwish. Then off of that, somebody suggested Baby Metal and Bandmade, and Baby Metal got blocked, so I just abandoned that. And then I went to the Bandmade thing, and it was just off. It just blew me away. I mean, Nightwish blew me away. I never heard anything quite like that. And then Bandmade was the same thing. And then, as you know, if you look at one, you look at another band and another one, and they're completely just stacked with talent, and it's insane.
I know, because my first reaction was to Bandmade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I sort of knew. I thought, I'm going to do this, but I thought I want to, react to something that people. And I thought, Bandmade, they look interesting. Yeah. I saw. I can't think which one it was now. It wasn't. Could be Thrill. I'm not sure. It's a long while ago. But anyway, I reacted to them. I saw them. And I thought, oh, these are right. And then of course you watch another because I think it went Bandmade, Love Bites, Bandmade, something like that.
Right.
So, and I thought, oh hell, this is going crazy. and my channel just sort of took off. But I wasn't. It's because I was just wanting something to do. Because, like I say, retired, whatever. I'm not going to sit around doing nothing. And now it rules my life.
Yeah. When I started doing it, I was working, then I had surgery on my elbow. And so I was off. And once I could finally do things, even though I was still in the sling, I could still do things. And that's when I had all freaking day, to mess with it. So I grew a lot during that. And then when I went back to work, I'm like, oh crap, I don't have all the time I had to edit and upload and all that stuff. So it became kind of a crunch because there was like 2 months where I could just do nothing but focus on this stuff.
Yeah, well, I don't edit because I'm thinking it's not natural if so I just put my intro on and that's it.
Yeah. I just edited out me going, like trying to think of stuff.
I'll leave it all in. I can get away with it. Oh, it's a silly old devil again. Look, he's having a moment, But I mean, some people that take out when they go, they take everything out, and you're fed up with seeing the head doing this all the time because you can see all the edits. Nah.
Yeah.
I had to edit one.
Yeah.
Well, I reacted to it. Well, I don't know, you know, I'm a big Gary Moore fan.
Okay.
And Miyako did a Gary Moore song. And at the end, I just had to end it. That one. I couldn't, it got me. Then there was the other one to do with this Japanese singer. She died very young, cancer. And I did it for her. I just cracked up and I thought, no, keep going. We can chop that out. Anyway,
yeah,
I got through it, chopped that bit out, but I think everybody knew it got to me.
yeah.
And then there was the other one with CNS. He became friends on my channel. He passed away. So I did this is when I put Bride here back up. Because I fell out with them, but because he was a fan of Bride here, so I dedicated that one to him, you see.
Oh, okay.
But oh dear, it's hard work with things like that. But I thought, no, I've got to do it.
Yeah.
It all started with him when he asked me for one of my backdrops. Could I have it? I said, of course you can. So I sent it to him. He sent me pictures of this metal guitar he made.
Yeah.
Out of metal, you know.
Oh, okay.
And I used it as a backdrop. And cool. But then he got ill, and his friend sent me an email saying what had happened. And I asked him if I could put what part of his email in the description because I couldn't read it. Yeah. Oh my! Yeah. Oh, as grumpy and as old as I look, I'm sorry, but I could not do it. So I told everybody to read it. But yeah, that's the only time I do editing.
Wow.
I've got no backup. But I mean, it's a community. I'm here to support different channels, different people. I mean, I've just done an interview with another channel yesterday, from one from the UK, and I'm doing it. It's to me, that's what it's all about. You know, it's community.
And that's what I started to get at when I had Bandmade and then all these other bands, and then you get people suggesting things, and I guess there's a point. It depends on what you're getting into it for. I mean, I had something to do. I'm like, if something takes off, cool. If not, whatever. And so there's certain bands that get you a lot of views, and I knowingly put up bands I know are not going to get very many views, and I don't really care because, because on each one of those that gets 300 or 400 views, there's 2 or 3 people that say, "Thanks, man. I never heard of this band," and that's become like the goal. Like, there's stuff I know is going to get views, but there's people that join my Patreon. They give me requests. I honor those, and inevitably they're amazing bands, and they're bands that they've liked for a long time that not a lot of people know about. Or it's like even older artists that don't make anything anymore, but there's still videos out there. And I've discovered so much amazing stuff that, it's cool when I put something out in there, and there's one person, oh, I never heard of this group. That's awesome. I got to check out the whole catalog. It's like, sweet, man. Do that.
yeah, that's what I get. I get so many people saying thank you for all the new bands you've introduced. I mean, I don't have a Patreon because I'm not in. I just do it. I'm not in it for the money because it's a flipping joke anyway with flipping YouTube. Like I premiered something. Somebody did the. Send me some money. I'm going. No, don't. 30% that's going to YouTube. Don't bother. Because they're making millions, billions actually.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, this is what I'm all about. New bands. I don't care if they don't get many. I mean, I've even had bands emailing me. Will you react to us? And one went up today with a new band that sent me an email. So of course I will.
Cool. Yeah, there's one. You said that, it reminded me. There's one that sent me something I forgot to follow up on. There's one I was on a live stream the other day, and somebody joined, and they're like, "Hey, will you check out this?" Is Ola Bleer, I think, like a band from shit. I can't remember. I don't want to say the wrong country, but it was a cool band, man. And I'm like, sure, you join my Twitch, I'll freaking check it out. And not a lot of views, but I guarantee people saw them that wouldn't have saw them otherwise. And they have, this new music sounded good. Yeah,
Yeah, oh, I know. This is what it's all about. But my sister made me laugh. She says, you know, the rate I'm going, she says, you'll run out of things to react to. I says, you're joking.
Like one country and not run out of stuff to react to.
But yeah, it's all good. This is what it's all about, though. It's the community. That's what I'm here for. The whole community and everything else, and having fun. You know.
Yeah.
And
it's funny when you're in studio and you see like your averages, like your last 10 videos, you know, they're in your average or above or below or whatever. My average is always fluctuating. It's always like, it's like between 250 and 1,000 is a normal view range for me.
Yeah.
Because there's some bands, you know, they don't spark anything and some do. So it's just, it's very skewed.
I take the notice of that. I do everything YouTube tells you not what to do. I do the opposite.
Yeah. Me too.
It's like clickbait, as they say, isn't it? You know, what you put in the title. I just put who it is. I'm thinking, why should I put, you know, silly face and, you know, there's no point. It's, and it's obviously, I think I'm doing all right from what I'm doing. And you know me, I never ask for people to like and subscribe because I don't like it. What did me on that? I'm watching something, and halfway through, he stops it and goes, "Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe." Oh my!
Stop watching your freaking video.
And I don't pause. I don't pause. And there's loads of times when I'm finished thinking you should have paused there because you forgot what you were going to say, haven't you? but I don't like pausing because you just get into it, right? And then someone goes, "Pause." And I'm thinking, I mean, you know, but of course, I mean, in a lot of cases, people pause because of obviously getting blocks and things.
Yeah, I just do because if I keep going, I'm going to forget something that like piqued my interest while I was watching it. And you know, if you want to watch it uninterrupted, you know, please go watch their video on their channel. You know,
the joke was Rammstein, whatever you pronounce it, but Juhas. I thought, oh great, I'm going to do this, right?
Yeah,
blocked. Fair enough. Okay. So then I watched somebody else that hadn't got it blocked, and I paused mine at all the same times they did.
Yeah.
Still got blocked.
Yeah, I've had stuff. I tried to do the warning. Everyone I've done to them except for one has got blocked, and everybody I see other reactions to it are up and they're fine. So I don't know.
I don't know if it's got anything to do with the country we're in. You know.
I don't know.
Because
I just stopped. I'm not going to fucking react to him anymore.
yeah. I mean, I know when they got the record deal, they got it was getting blocked, so they did no more when in the studio and did it in the studio because they know it's not going to get blocked. They've got more sense than the others. But Brady is the same now.
Oh, they cracking down on it.
Oh no, Avex. They got me Avex, haven't they? I thought, block.
Oh, dang.
So they did a studio one. They used it as introducing the new guitarist, and they did Road. So I reacted to that.
Mm-hmm.
Then they've just done a cover. They started doing but it's the first one they've done a cover, Arch Enemy cover, and they've done a damn good job of it. And I'm thinking, they're probably going the way Nemophila went now to get more popular.
Right, because that should be fine to be reacted to, right? Covers.
Yeah, because what? No, I'll tell you what. I'll save this for when I'm on Gazing Guys. Why I actually fell out with them. It's an interesting story, but they obviously know me. I'll tell you that much. They know me.
Bright Ear does.
Yeah, they know me.
Okay, yeah.
Or so do Fake Gear, because I did an interview with Mina, the Captain Mina.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I class them as similar, but one's really nice and the other well. No, I'll save it. I'll save it for them because it's interesting. It really is interesting, you know. But no, this is great chatting with you. You know, I'm really. I know it's took some time to get us to, you know, because when I first asked you, it was all happening with Gazing Guys, and obviously your time and everything else wasn't very good, was it?
No, it was. Yeah, it was pretty. There was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I know. and I got busy. But no, this is interesting. Although we didn't talk about all your guitars, but
we can always come back and talk about those.
Oh yeah. Because what I can do as well, I can dig mine out and show you the variacs and things, because it's obviously it's in a
that'd be cool, man. Yeah, I'd like to do that.
And
got that Acoustasonic guitar is pretty interesting. It's got a little bit of a variacs.
You've got the Fender.
Yeah.
God, flipping egg. Oh yes.
Yeah, it's pretty neat guitar, man. So it's got, I mean, we can talk about it later, but it's got 3 pickup selections.
It's all right. I know all about it. And
you know all about it, do you?
Too expensive.
It's a Mexico one. It's not a USA one, so it's a little less expensive, but it's still not cheap.
Yeah. So I watched the demonstration and I thought, now I know I always joke about, well, I used to say, acoustic guitars are there for girls. Well, you can't say that anymore, can you? No.
I think the most expensive guitar I have is an Alvarez acoustic.
Whew. Yeah, but I'm not into acoustic guitars. That was me standard joke. But these days, the females, well,
yeah, they're tearing up all the electric guitars.
They shut me up.
Yeah.
But anyway, but then I saw that, I thought, I thought, yes, I could, I could use something like that, but it was just the cost.
Yeah.
I'm a pensioner. I can't afford that.
I could have bought a Gibson for what this cost, man.
See, when I was working, obviously this is when I brought all of my guitars.
Yeah.
Apart from my government funded one.
Right.
God, if they see this, I'm in trouble.
You're supposed to buy food.
Yeah, I forget what it was for now. Well, for heating, because like our heating bills and stuff have gone through the roof over here.
Oh, okay.
Like let's say if I was paying let's say £50 a month, it's now gone up to 90, nearly double.
Wow.
Yeah, and things like that. But then the government have just stepped in. And when you're a pensioner, you get like £200 to help with your heating bill. They put that up to 500, right? And I'm thinking, don't you dare go and buy another guitar, don't you? It's seriously having a word with myself,
right? So yeah, burn one of my other guitars that I don't like and get some heat from that. Buy another new one.
Yeah, but it's fun. Like with everything. I mean, I know all guitars. My sister was saying about guitars. I said, look, if I plug this guitar into them effects they've got there, this one will sound different to this one.
Yeah,
but they just don't get it. They just don't understand.
The thing that gets me is every time I plug into an amp or whatever, I realize I'm trying to get the same sound. Like, why do I have all these different guitars? But there is differences in how it feels and how it plays and whatnot. The whole tone and there's different sounds. Your pickups they're the main thing. It's what it looks like is just what it looks like.
Well, I was playing the bass the other day and I was setting it up. I got an amplifier and everything,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm putting the effects in it. Now I found something that really changed it.
What's that?
You've got like in obviously in your helix there's a thing that's like makes your guitar sound like a 12-string.
Yeah.
I thought, wonder what that'll do.
Do that with the bass?
Yeah, it's staying on.
Oh,
it's saved. It's just
it probably took and probably beefed it up across the holes.
I got active pickups as well, and I thought,
wow,
that's interesting. I'm leaving that in. So I've left that in. And I just thought, well, and of course, you see, with all these different sounds, it's where you get inspiration from.
Oh, you just gave me an idea. I got a Squire Bass 6. You know what that is? It's based like a Squire Jaguar shape.
Yeah.
But it's an octave lower than guitar, 6-string bass. but the neck is like a guitar size neck instead of a huge bass neck.
Yeah.
And to put that through this little guy,
yeah,
and put the octave on it, that shit, I wouldn't even need another guitar. Just play that thing. I'm gonna have to mess with that today.
Well, why not?
That's
why
cool.
not? This is why I like the Helix. Like, there's so many different things in there, so many different sounds you can get, and it just, you'll play something, then you'll change it, thinking, and it changes the way you play it, and that's where all my inspiration comes from.
Yeah, it is. With like with this, it's a little, my cheap ass harmonizer that I got from Donner. It's actually, it works just fine. It does what it's supposed to do. And to just check out stuff that Konami was doing, because she uses the H9 harmonizer like a lot. And I'm like, I want to play that and just see. And it changes how you play a little bit, and it edges you towards those kind of harmonic minor kind of feels. I don't know why, but it just kind of, yeah, you don't get on there and want to play a bunch of blues. It just doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
you play other shit. I'm like, right on, that's cool, man.
Oh, it's this is what I find fascinating about. Of course, you see, then when I get me Variax out and plug that in, the things I can do with that. If I want to go drop D, I don't have to adjust the strings. You just turn a knob. Drop D. And if I got the time, I could spend a whole week just messing about with all the sounds. But
I imagine a Variax and a Helix, get so far into it, you wouldn't know what you're doing anymore. Wait.
Oh, I know. It's great. But there's some interesting things. But I mean, on about talking about next. If we do another one of this, I'll get all my guitars and I'll show you. Me expensive Les Paul.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And things like that. But I might use my other camera. I've got another camera which will follow me.
Oh, fancy.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, I did a live stream and that all cocked up because when I bent down, the thing didn't want to go back up, did it? But anyway, that's another story. But and then someone says, "Oh, your guitar sounds rubbish." That was Axe Japan that said it sounded rubbish. I thought, oh dear, if he said it, it must be bad. So I was using a big mixing desk.
Yeah.
Presonus. It's now shrunk to this size.
Yeah,
I've got an interface. It's out. I'll sell it. I don't want it. It's gone.
Yeah, little much. It's crazy now. What you tried to get back in the day, what you needed. You need a big mixing board with all the things you can do and whatever. And now I got the same thing. I got a little Focusrite interface, and then you got your Reaper.
Yeah, I've got a Behringer here, right?
Yeah.
What I didn't like about it was you got the one microphone on it. It's in one ear.
Yeah.
Right. But it's recording in mono.
Okay.
So anyway, not anymore. Got two mics.
Oh.
But they sell them as a pair.
Yeah.
So I just plug one in left, one in right, and that's it. So I use the two.
Oh, okay.
But and I thought I don't want that. If I was doing something but I just got it just purely for doing this anyway. So
I came across that when I was recording, because on the Focusrite you get it's a right and left, but on Reaper, if I record in mono, you pick which side you want, and then it puts it through both sides. But just records with one mic. Yeah. I don't know if there's I don't know, but yeah. It took me too long to figure that out.
It's all good. Anyway, I'll call it a day now because I think we've been on for about an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're on too long, the people are watching it.
Yeah. I'd love to come back on and talk about guitars a little more in depth. And
yes, I'm
cool.
totally. I am like that. I mean, if I could tell you about my telly where I've got Seymour Duncan pickups in it, and it's got a set neck. It's a genuine telly. It's a Fender. Yeah, that's fancy. A special.
Yeah, that's nice.
Right. Yeah, it's just me and guitars and stuff. Yeah, but I mean, no, this is just sort of having a general chat, getting to know the Ryan Mear.
That's what you did. Yep.
Yeah. No, it's great.
Oh, it's good.
No, I've been looking forward to doing this for ages. So.
Me too, man. I'd see it pop up in the chat. I'm like, oh man, we're supposed to have our own chat, and then on to the next 3 or 4 things, and then
Yeah, well,
another premiere. Oh yeah,
yeah. Do you
never did
realise?
email him back.
Yeah, I didn't bug you about it. I don't do things like that. Things don't stress me out these days. Not like they used to when I was younger, because I've got more of a it's like when I'm going to do a chat with one of these bands in Japan, right, or whatever, and you send the link and you're thinking, oh well, they'll turn up if they're going to turn up.
Yeah.
But nobody's let me down.
That's cool. I need to. I mean, if you want to stop the interview, we can stop the interview, because I other stuff.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just going to say cheerio to everybody, and let's. Oh, hang on, it's all right. I've got stuff going off here that.
Oh.
No, it's all right.
It's all gone wrong.
No. It's what it's right. Okay, so I'm just going to say cheerio to everybody. So, bye bye.
Thank you, everybody. That was an awesome talk. Thank you, Mr. B.
There we go. Well, there you go. Interesting chat with Ryan. And we will be doing one where we're going to get all the guitars out and start talking about guitars and stuff and things like that. I've got quite a few. Well, he's got more than me, but the thing is, if you're interested in that sort of thing, you'll see. But like I say, information's all down below, and there's a link there to his channel. I think go and check his channel out. Great guy, and it was my pleasure to meet him. I tell you honest, I've been meaning, trying to for a while to get to have a chat with him. So there you go. Anyway, enough for me rabbiting on. Go and check him out. I just like to thank everybody. Thank you so much for all your comments, all your support, and everything else. And of course, please stay safe. And this old fella will be back. Bye for now.